Does it make sense to you to celebrate your own destruction? I think I've used this illustration before, but it's one we can all identify with. Let's say you hit the lottery or something, a rich relative or something that you didn't know you had left you some money. You got $1 million or so. Why, you would celebrate that, wouldn't you? Why would you celebrate it? Why? You got something to celebrate with. It's going to enhance your life, your family life. If you do, it's going to give everybody a little piece. You know, if you wanted to go far, if you be selfish with it, it's going to turn on you. You're going to get sick or something. Selfishness is one of the worst things in this world. Don't get you one way, it'll get the other. But if somebody stuck a gun to your head and took that money from you, would you celebrate that? You would remember it. The exact day and time that it happened. But you wouldn't be out having a barbecue, a cookout, or decorating a tree, or carving a turkey. Would you? Well, that's exactly what white folks did. They put a gun to our head and took from us everything. Not just your money. They took your land. They took your knowledge of who you really were, took your history. They took your very personality and yourself. Took you, separated you, took your spirituality, separated you. It didn't take it from you because you still got it, but they disconnected you from direct root that we had to the Creator and gave you religion in its place. Y'all might want to question me on that. That's something I've been contemplating and listening to and sticking heavy minds on, and it's one of the worst things that ever happened to us. So that's not anything to celebrate. It is. However, by nature, we are celebratory people. As I study our history, I come to find out that Africans, before they were disturbed by foreigners, they spent 1/3 of the year working and 2/3 celebrating. That's why we said you're party of people. It's just out of time. It's the nature of black people to party. It's just in us to celebrate life. Why could we do that? Because the 1/3 was done in a way that was according to our collective work and responsibility, Ujima. So we all got together and got it out the way. And then the products from it, we practiced Ujima, we brought that in, everybody got some, so everybody had something to celebrate. Everybody had to have fun the rest of the year. And we got a lot of stuff to celebrate. We got Malcolm's birthday, Fannie Lou Hamer's birthday, Kwanzaa, Juneteenth. Oh, man, we got so much stuff to celebrate. For those of you who miss, I just missed the turkey and pie and the pepper sauce. We have a Moja Karamu. You can read about it in my book, African People and European Holidays of Mental Genocide. But I'm trying to deal with 3 holidays, European holidays. Remember, all of these holidays were set up by Europeans to celebrate their conquest of everybody else. Do you understand that? They didn't set it up for anyone but themselves. The only reason why they imposed it on you is, Baba Frederick Douglass just told us, as a control mechanism, as a safety valve. When you partying on those holidays and everything, you ain't thinking about no liberation, freedom, no nothing. You feel like you're more a part of it, endears you to this thing. I'm going to talk about Columbus Day, an orgy of death and destruction. Halloween, the original Night of the Living Dead. And Misgiving Day, a celebration of horrors. Now I'm going to stick close with my notes because I know me. You see I can get so stretched out. And I want to get this information to you tonight. A lot of things I won't be able to cover, I'll be touching on, but you know I have them in my books and tapes there. And y'all, please don't make me have to haul this stuff all the way back to Richard Allen City. I'm trying to get a book finished here. And the only way I can take off the time I need to do it is to have your support to do it. So I know you understand that. Anyway, that's the only way any of us can do what we're doing. Now let's deal with Columbus Day. First of all, let's address the criminal mentality of Cristobal Colon. That was his name. The Jew from Genoa. The Jew from Genoa. So if you're talking about we are brothers in suffering and we're this, that, and the other, they control the educational system, they control the judicial system, they control the media of all kinds, they control the publishing industry, they control all of those things that affect the mind and shape opinion of people. And every time we try to just learn something about our history, they stand up and fight us. And you want to see some arrogant Jews, go to Israel. Some white folks over there. And that's because the military presence is so heavy is because all on the countryside, all you see is jet black brothers and sisters who inhabit the land. The foreigners, the Zionists, the Jews are few in number compared to the indigenous population. I want you to understand and know that. They don't show you that on National Geographic. Somebody hand me my bottle of water over there, please. I'm sorry, I forgot to bring it with me. He was a Jew from Genoa, and you can find out more details about him in the secret relationship between blacks and Jews. And their role in the slave trade. Now, excuse me for drinking out of a bottle like that. I already poured out some for the brothers who ain't here, so don't worry about that.
7-year-old CJ asked her grandmother, "Noni, where did I come from?" A memorable quest began. Author of Growing Up Nigger Rich, Gwendolyn Fortune introduces her latest release, Weaving the Journey, Noni and the Great Grands. This page-turner is a multi-generational saga of family that begins with an early 1800s slave named Soraya. The book takes readers on a journey from the 1800s into the 21st century, introducing Soraya's descendants from various cultural backgrounds, black, brown, and white. Robert Gover, author of The $100 Misunderstanding, says, "I believe you have hold of a really fine historical novel here." Gwendolyn Fortune's Weaving the Journey, Noni and the Great Grands can be purchased at http://www.mainstreetrag.com/gfortune.html.
This despicable man, this Christopher Colon, paved the way for the transatlantic slave trade. He was the first one to come over here, capture people, and start selling them. So I want you to get a good picture of him. He had been participating in this kind of activity ever since 14 years of age, when he traveled down to the west coast of our motherland with the Portuguese. And we take captives and take them back to Europe and sell them. Therefore, he should not be viewed as a hero, especially by our children. In spite of this, textbooks in this country, from elementary school on through the high school, trade this criminal. And I want you to get clear on that. What is he? He's a criminal. As an honorable man to be emulated and celebrated annually on October the 12th. Actually, white people didn't celebrate him. He didn't mean anything to them until in 1792 in New York they decided, 300 years later, they decided to celebrate Columbus Day. As far as they were concerned, he was a failure. A perverted failure. Why am I calling him failure? Let me present to you this people's court here today, case number 500-1492. It's a case of African and indigenous people versus Christopher Colon for gross crimes against humanity. In 1492, charge 1, 1492, Columbus